Live from the Plymouth Canton Educational Park.
You're listening to Newsfile at 5:30 on 88.1 The Park.
I'm Anuya, and in tonight's news, students can spread optimism and earn money for college, and an iconic Plymouth restaurant gets ready to reopen.
Now, for the latest news that matters in your community.
The Plymouth Canton Optimist Club is giving students the opportunity to spread optimism while earning scholarships with their annual Optimism International Essay and Oratorical Contest. The essay contest topic for this year is Optimism, How It Connects Us, and submissions must be 700 to 800 words. The oratorical topic is How to Change the World with Optimism, and speeches need to be less than 5 minutes long and must be memorized. Winners for both competitions will win a $500 scholarship at the club level and will advance to the district level where they can win one of 3 scholarships. Plymouth Canton Optimist Club Secretary Cheryl Klobuchar says the essay and oral competitions help develop vital skills for the future.
We want to promote education. We want to promote youth advancement. And we feel that these are ways of also helping our students develop those skills that will be necessary to be successful at the collegiate level.
QR codes with applications and information can be found on flyers throughout P-CCS schools. Entries can also be emailed to clk1928@comcast.com. Entrants must be under the age of 19 as of October 1st, 2023. The deadline for entries is midnight on January 31st. Almost a year after their building caught fire, the popular restaurant Carl's Cabin is ready to reopen to serve the community. The historic building has undergone some major renovations in the past 9 months. 2 separate additions to the back of the building will allow more space for staff, and a bigger prep kitchen will give the cooks more opportunity to make food from scratch. The banquet hall is now titled The Lodge and has also been completely remodeled. Carl's Cabin front of house manager Leslie McLean says the staff is looking forward to welcoming back their customers.
We're really excited to see everybody's faces and to get the cabin full again.
The reopening will be held on November 29th at 6005 Gottfrieden Road. For more information, visit carlscabin.com. Continuation of the Israel-Hamas pause in fighting tops our look at world and national news tonight. 12 more hostages have been released by Hamas as part of an extended ceasefire deal with Israel. Yesterday, the temporary pause in fighting was extended an additional 2 days. Israeli and Palestinian officials said 30 Palestinian detainees, 15 women, and 15 minor males will be released from Israeli prisons today. The tribute honoring former First Lady Rosalind Carter is over in Atlanta. President Biden attended the service along with former President Clinton and every living First Lady. Despite being in hospice care, former President Jimmy Carter, her husband of 77 years, was also on hand. Pope Francis is pulling out of his planned trip to the COP28 climate meeting in Dubai. The Vatican said the Pope is continuing to deal with the effects of the flu as he recovers from it, along with lung inflammation. The 86-year-old Pope was due to travel to the Middle East this weekend for 3 days. Officials say efforts to refloat a freighter truck that is stuck in the Detroit River were paused today. The Portuguese freighter ran aground on Monday and 2 tugboats attempted to free the boat, but efforts were paused until this morning. The Coast Guard salvage team called for a 3rd boat Tuesday morning, but details on when efforts will resume have not been released. The investigation into why the boat was grounded is ongoing. Wayne County Sheriff Raphael Washington is putting out a warning about scam artists that are using high-tech efforts to steal people's money. Washington says scammers are very professional and can fool people by spoofing law enforcement phone numbers and using voice-altering technology to confuse victims. They have not made any arrests yet. One person was pulled over by a deputy as they were speeding to a bank to get money for the scammers, and the deputy was able to prevent the crime from happening. For Newsfile at 5:30, I'm Anuya. Your look at campus news is next.
The K-pop universe is constantly changing with trendy comebacks and updates from all your favorite idols.
On 88.1 The Park's K-Poppin', you can hear the iconic throwbacks that paved the way for the newest songs from every genre.
We're your hosts, Anuya, Avni,
Akshaya Priya,
and Chan, and we're here to keep you in the loop with K-Poppin', the gateway to the extraordinary world of K-pop.
Whether you're a longtime fan or just starting your journey, we'll play the hits that have made the industry a worldwide sensation.
Join us every week with news updates updates and artist spotlights on Tuesdays and Wednesdays from 6 to 7 p.m.
So tune in, turn it up,
and let K-Poppin' show you the beats that are taking over the world.
Your place for Plymouth Canton Community Schools updates.
It's campus news. PCEP's award-winning Winter Guard will host a Try It Out night tomorrow night from 6:30 to 8 p.m. in the Plymouth High School Band Room. Students can check out the Color Guard program for the Plymouth Canton Marching Band. No experience is necessary. More information is available at PCEP Color Guard at pccsk12.com. Canton Township's Youth Advisory Council wants input from students ages 11 to 18 who live in Canton or attend Plymouth Canton Community Schools. The students will have an opportunity to shape youth development in our community. More information is available on the PCCS website, pccsk12.com. For Campus News, I'm Anuya. Your look at sports is next. A hilarious and heartwarming story of a theater company's attempt to broadcast their version of Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol live over the airways is coming to the stage at the Gloria Logan Auditorium when the Park Players Theater Company presents a 1940s radio Christmas carol. Plymouth Canton Educational Park's acclaimed Park Players Theater Company will sing and dance their way into your hearts this holiday season. You can see a 1940s radio Christmas carol December 8th, 9th, 15th, and 16th at 7 p.m. at the Gloria Logan Auditorium at Salem High School. You can find tickets and more information at pcpparkplayers.com.
Football, baseball, basketball, hockey.
It's time for Newsfile at 5:30 Sports.
The Lions benefited from a last-second Chicago Bears victory last night as the Bears knocked off the Minnesota Vikings 12-10, dropping the Vikings to 6-6 on the season. The Vikings took a 10-9 lead with under 6 minutes left in regulation when Josh Dobbs hit TJ Hawkinson for a go-ahead score. But the Bears were able to get the ball back, and Justin Fields led Chicago to the 13-yard line, where Cairo Santos hit a 30-yard game-winning field goal as time expired. The Pistons' losing streak has stretched to 14 straight after a 126-107 setback to the Wizards at LCA. The skid ties the franchise record. Cade Cunningham netted 26 points to lead the Pistons, who slipped to 2-15 on the season. The Pistons host LeBron James and the Lakers tomorrow. The Red Wings are headed to the Big Apple to battle the New York Rangers tomorrow night. The Wings have won 3 in a row following Sunday's 4-1 victory over Minnesota. Detroit is now 11-6-3 on the season. The penultimate college football playoff rankings will be released tonight. Third-ranked Michigan is poised to move up following its win over second-ranked Ohio State on Saturday. UM is now 12-0 on the season heading into the Big Ten Championship this Saturday against Iowa. Michigan State football is already losing several players in the transfer portal. According to reports, quarterbacks Caton Hauser and Sam Levitt are both planning to enter the portal. Starting right tackle Spencer Brown, linebacker Darius Snow, and O-lineman Kevin Wingeton II and Ethan Boyd will also enter the transfer portal. The 25th-ranked Michigan State men's basketball is back in action tonight, hosting Georgia Southern at the Breslin Center. The Spartans slipped to 25th in the rankings after their loss to now second-ranked Arizona on Thanksgiving in Palm Springs. MSU sits at 3-3 on the season. For sports news, I'm Andy McLaren. Your Look at Traffic and Weather is next.
From M14 to I-94. Your Look at Traffic starts now.
The I-275 construction project continues to slow traffic down through the Plymouth Canton area. The freeway is down to 2 lanes between M14 and I-94. That's all for traffic. Your Look at Weather is next.
88.1 The Park with your local weather forecast.
Look for cloudy skies overnight and an overnight low of 20. Tomorrow will be partly cloudy with a high of 36. Currently in Plymouth Canton, it's 25 under cloudy skies. On your source for the best local news, 88.1 The Park. For Andy, I'm Anuya. Stick around. More of Plymouth and Canton's hit music's next, followed by K-Poppin' at 6.